Hi, I am in Scottsdale, Arizona. So, welcome to Arizona. Got in late last night, so I'm a little tired, not feeling great today, but I was able to use the day to get settled. And I wanted to get a video out there to kind of let you know where things stand with school. I have a physical anthropology video or midterm that's due by Sunday that I'm going to try to get done either tomorrow or on Saturday. We'll have to see how things work out. I really need to study, and the material is all over the map. So I am still finding that class a little challenging. And as of right now, I have a B in that class. And, you know, if I can do well on the exam, then I think I should be able to maintain a B in that class at least for the rest of the semester. Texas government, as you know, that is my other government class. Or that's my other class that I have to take, only it's for Texas because my school's in Texas. Anyway, I had to be in that class, and then I chose to take the Unit 1 exam before I left Georgia because I wanted to get it out of the way, and that was a bad decision because then I got a C on that exam, and that totally screwed up my average, and so now I have a C in that class overall because obviously exams are heavily weighted, so it kind of blew my B out of the water. So I have barely, I'm just under a B minus on that class. I have like a C plus, I guess, if we were going to look at it old school. So kind of was disappointed in that, but I'm over it. I mean, in all honesty, it's my own fault. I should have just waited. I could have studied today, taken it tomorrow or Saturday, and probably gotten a B, and I didn't. So lesson learned. The good news is I still have 3 more exams, 3 more units. The unit was all due by Sunday, and I was feeling some pressure to get it done. So, you know, it's just things that you learn as you go through this process. You know yourself, and you think, oh, no problem, I can do this, and you don't study as much as you should, and it bites you in the ass. So I am not loving that, but I am pretty happy that, you know, the class isn't over until December 15th. So I've got 3 more full units to bring that back up, and I still feel really confident that I'll be able to get a B in that class as well. I will definitely need to take my final classes starting in January, which are going to consist of my math class and Spanish. I know I've waffled on this. I think the last video I mentioned I was going to do speech, but then I went out and I looked at requirements for the bachelor's, and under the bachelor's I'm going to have to take language anyway, so I dragged my Spanish textbook with me here to Arizona, and I tried to get back into a class for this fall semester, and they're just all full. So unless they open one up between now on a fast path and the end of the year, I'll definitely be in math and Spanish in January. I can probably do them on the fast path still and get done by, you know, March and April at the latest, but that's kind of where it's going to fall. And since that's the plan I'm doing, I'm actually thinking, I'm trying to look at some other curriculums, and I may throw in an extra class so that I can throw in a 200 level either American or British Lit class that I would personally find interesting. And from what I'm looking at my curriculums for bachelor's, I would need to take that class at a sophomore level anyway, so I could get that out of the way as long as the credit transfers. So I'll look into all that and figure it out. I also heard from Kennesaw State. They finally reviewed all my transcripts and everything for entrance in January, because I haven't changed the schools that I've applied to and gotten accepted. I haven't changed until I kind of knew where I stood on getting my associates. I was trying to figure out how things were going to work out. So as of right now, Kennesaw State I am accepted. They did finally review my transcript. They've got me at about a sophomore, coming in at a sophomore, but when I looked at what that's missing, you know, by the time I finish my associates here, there only would be 1 or 2 classes I would have to take to meet their own requirement. But I'm still really leaning pretty heavily on trying to finish my bachelor's, or at least go into the next 12 months online. It gives me some freedom, and I've talked about this in a couple different videos. It really just gives me a different level of freedom to be able to go see people, stay with different people, bond with family, and that does a couple different things. It gives me different markets to have career opportunities, because I could go stay in Raleigh-Durham. I could go back to Georgia. I could stay here in Arizona. I could even go back up to Montana. I could even look at going up to upstate New York. Again, I could go to Brazil and do studying for school if I wanted to do that. It just opens up a lot of travel doors for me, and even some different sort of career paths that, you know, part of my journey here in Arizona is to kind of figure that out and see what's going to work. So kind of feeling like I'm feeling a little energized again, I guess. It also allows me to do writing. It gives me free time to do some writing, and I've been wanting to do that and work on that. So we'll see how it goes. It's day one in Arizona, and I'm already trying to be a control freak about everything. But I did want to let everybody know about school. Right now, what I'm going to do is over probably the next 2-3 weeks, is the universities that have accepted me for spring of 2017, I'm going to go back to them and request a deferment enrollment to at least summer. That'll allow me to finish my associates in full, which is really the better plan, and have a full associates. It'll also allow me, like, if I decide to stay here in Arizona after the first of the year, I could do some temp work and things like that here. It also gives me an opportunity to maybe look at some of those online schools and see, well, maybe I could take 1 or 2 classes in the spring semester dual along with what I'm doing here to finish my associates. So just going to explore all of that and see how it goes. That's probably all I really have to report right now. I'm still trying to work out, you know, the finance part, obviously, but I feel a lot less pressure here. And I have my good friend is going to go through some medical treatments over the next few weeks, so that gives me an opportunity to be here and help her out, which was part of what made Coming Now such a positive all the way around. And I have some wonderful women friends that I hardly ever have gotten to see. So I am hoping that I'll be spending some time and seeing them while I'm here as well. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to slam an update and let everybody know, you know, I'm alive and well. I'm in Arizona. Hit me up with a message or text me. You know, I really don't think I could be doing this without everyone's positive comments, support. And while a lot of you don't always post on the website or on the Facebook page about what I'm doing or what you think about it, a lot of you have reached out to me either in person or when I've seen you, or through texting or just emails, and that means just as much to me as well. So as a side note, I'm really looking for more articles to post on the Facebook page, and eventually that will go on the website. And I would really love it if some of you, when you run across things that are about women over 30 that are doing things, changing things, reinventing themselves, I would love it if you would either, if you don't want to post them on the site, that's fine, email them to me. That's amy@flyhigherafter30.com, or if you have a different personal email for me, that's fine as well. So have a wonderful, I will probably not video until next Monday, and it is Thursday right now. So have an absolutely wonderful weekend, and I will let you know how it's going here in Arizona next week. Bye, y'all.